I've been hiding in the shed for about the past half an hour waiting for the rain to pass, and it's cleared up now. The sun's starting to come out, it's nice and warm. So I'm going up to the second plot now. I'm going to tackle the overgrown bed that I want to get sorted out. I've got some pallet collars, and I think I might put a couple of those in that area there and see if I can get them filled up over the next couple of weeks. But I'm going to make the most of the break in the weather and see what I can get done. This is the area that I want to try and get cleaned up today. I've got a couple of these recycling tubs. Well, one's got strawberries in, the other one's just got weeds and stuff. Get rid of this compost bin. See if there's anything decent in there. There may be, there probably isn't. Get rid of this whole burning bin, and then I'll see if I can get one or two pallet collars along here. It gives an edge to the plot, a little raised area to grow in. I might have to move the fig tree, but should be enough room then to get a little pathway at the side of the raspberries so I can get access to the raised beds. So I'm just going to make a start by moving all the rubbish, and then we'll dig out all the roots of the weeds, and then we'll have a measure up for the pallet collars, see if I can get them in. Should be able to. I think I can get 2 in, possibly 3, but we'll see how we go. Just had a quick measure. I've dropped the first pallet collar in, and each pallet collar is 1.2 meters, and the bed is 3.6 meters across, so I'll be able to get all 3 along there. I'll take the slabs out of the way because all that seems to be happening is they're a hiding place for slugs and snails, and I can use those slabs for the olive. The only problem is there's a concrete post in there that the water tap's attached to, so I might have to saw the bottom off the pallet collar hinge because I want to pull it up as tight as I can, and I can't pull it in any further, otherwise I won't be able to get 3 across the bed. So I'll just get that roughly in place, and then I'm going to take the compost out of here and drop it into there. I can level it off at a later date, and then that'll allow me to get the other 2 pallet collars in, which will fit just nicely with the thornless blackberry, and then that'll give a nice edge to the plot. Just drop the spirit level on it, and it's not a million miles out, but I want to try and get it a little bit squarer. That's what I've done. I've just measured the concrete. I think I need to take that off, which is roughly 1.5 inches, and then I need to take a section off there to roughly where that mark is. So I'll just cut that out. I've got my hacksaw and my wood saw, and then that'll just let it sit flat, and I can even up the other side. As you can see, I've just taken that corner out. I've put a house brick under there to level it off, and it's pretty close. So what I want to do later is I'll knock some posts into the corners and secure the wood to the post, and then because there's a gap under there, I shall use this piece of wood to bridge the gap, and then we can get it all nice and level. So I'll just go and get the other 2 pallet collars, see if I can get them levelled out as well. I've managed to squeeze all 3 in, and they just about fit. So I'm going to drop a line across now from one corner to the other so I can get them all running parallel to each other. And I'm going to have a dig around in the shed, see if I can find some stakes to knock in to level them off. I'm not going to need that much material to fill them either because there's a fair bit there. So I'll get the string line out and get them levelled off. That's the 3 pallet collars dropped in, and what I've done underneath, I had a piece of pallet wood that was the same length as the bed, so I've just stood the top of the pallet collars onto it, just drilled a hole through the support and screwed it down all the way along, and that should hopefully keep the pallet collars away from the wet soil on the outside and prolong the life a little bit. It also squares it up and keeps it straight. So I'm just going to put all the tools away, get rid of all this junk. We're having a skip in a few weeks, so it can go on there, and then I'll tomorrow when I come down I'll tidy it all up a little bit. But that's all I've got time for today, so I shall see you all bright and early tomorrow. Good morning. It's another wonderful summer's day here in the UK. It's currently 10 degrees and cloudy, but hopefully it'll pick up a little bit later. Plan for today is to get the 3 raised beds planted up with the flowers. I've got some dahlias and hollyhocks and things like that to go in. And also I've noticed that some of the potatoes, the first earlies, are starting to fall over and the leaves are turning yellow. So I'm going to harvest some of those, and then the soil that I take, the compost, I can use to fill up the raised beds. So I'm going to empty some of the potatoes first, see what sort of harvest we get, and then we can take the soil and the plants up to the second plot and sort out the new beds. So that's the plan for today. As you can see there, the leaves are starting to turn yellow and they're starting to flop over. I'm not going to harvest all of these today, maybe just 2 or 3, and see what sort of a yield we get. All I did was put a single seed potato into each pot, filled it up with some of my homemade compost, topped off with some shop bought compost, and I put some Spuds Galore fertiliser in. So I'm not expecting great things. A few potatoes out of each will be enough for me, and then we can reuse the compost. So let's get this first one moved and set up. I'm just going to snip these off. Take all this out of the way, put it in the compost. For now. And let's see what we get. The first harvest of early potatoes. These were home guard, and it was 1 potato in each sack with a handful of Spuds Galore fertiliser, some blood, fish and bone, and then they've basically been left alone. So I'm really happy with that crop. There's plenty of potatoes there, and that's only from 3 potatoes that have gone in. I've still got 3 more containers. So I'm just going to leave them for a couple of weeks because this is going to last us a little while. Giving the potatoes a quick wash off, and I'm absolutely amazed at the quantity and the quality of the potatoes. Again, 3 potatoes in and that many out. There's probably 6 or 7 pound, maybe more. But certainly a couple of weeks worth of potatoes there. So I'm going to move the others indoors, out the rain. I don't want any of them to start to rot. But yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Now then, everyone all right?
Hey up.
I've just found another oldie. And he looks old as well, doesn't he, compared to me?
I feel it.
So, yeah, so we thought we'd nip down today, see Adam on the Weekend Gardener. And
It's been lovely to host you both.
there she is, look.
Hiding in the background.
Yeah.
The eye candy. So more work needed, Adam. Come on, let's get this plot tidy.
I will try harder. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll pop up to your plot and have a good look round.
You can take the mick out of mine then, can't you?
Yeah. Anyway, we'd like to say hello to Ali. No more F-bombs.
No, keep them coming. I love your F-bombs, you know that.
Well, see you soon. Bye.
Now. Bye.
It was really nice to see Wayne and Tracy pop down. couple of hours of work and a little bit of effort, and we've managed to get 3 beds. So what was the most untidy part of the plot has now been neatened up. I've got a nice border to the edge of the plot, so it's ready for planting up now. I'm just going to bring the plants up, figure out roughly where I'm going to put them, and then I'll take all this rubbish, I'm going to bag it up and take it to the skip, because I won't compost anything from this site because there's so much mare's tail and bindweed in there. I don't want to be reintroducing that. So anything off here normally goes, anything that I've dug out at least, normally goes to the council tip. I brought everything up, given everything a good water. I'm just going to give it 10-20 minutes for it to soak through, and then I'm going to get everything in. I've just had a quick look, and for the dahlias, they want to be spaced between 12 and 18 inches, and the same for the hollyhocks. And because the hollyhocks are going to get the tallest, I'm going to put them at the back end of the bed on the far side, so they don't block the light out for anything else. So I think I might do hollyhocks, dahlias, and then fill the rest of the beds up with whatever I've got left over. I've spaced them out at roughly 12-inch spacings, well, between 12-13 inches, and I can get 3 hollyhocks and 3 dahlias into each bed with a small space at the front. And I've still got all of these left, so what I'm going to do with the dahlias, I'm going to put them in some large tubs with some compost and just grow them around the plot. And the hollyhocks I'm going to put in this bed over here, and hopefully they'll self-seed. If I put them across the back, it's just going to hide those ugly water barrels. And the poppies are just starting to come out as well, and there's some on the side there. So I'm going to spread the seed, because hopefully I want this area to be completely self-sufficient, self-seeding, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so I'm just going to get these in, get them watered in, and then start on tidying up this area. And that's the beds all planted up. Got a mixture of plants, as I said, hollyhock at the back, dahlias in the middle, and anything else that I could find at the front. I've given them all a good watering in, and now I'm going to sort out this little area here to give myself a walkway. I filled a little bit of the soil in, but underneath there are slabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the black membrane down and then put the slabs on top of it and fill the gaps with wood chip, and that should give it a nice finish. So again, we've had a really good weekend down on the allotment, got a lot done, and I would like to say a big thank you to Wayne and Tracy from the Allotment Oldies for popping down. Please take a look at their channel, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to them. It's what I like to call organised chaos on their channel. It's really good watching and very enjoyable, so if you do check them out, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So all that's left to do is to say thank you very much for watching, and see you all next week.